I'm really good at being a bad guy. Well, welcome back to the Rusty Putter. We don't have James, we don't have Adam, but we got Gaby with 1B, right?
Yep, 1B.
So James just welcomed. Holy cow, that camera was crooked. I can't stand it. Still crooked. Yeah, we'll do it all crooked today. Forget it.
Yeah. Just turn your heads a little bit.
Yeah, get a little kink in your neck. Anyways, James just welcomed the newest member to the Sports and Real Estate Show family into the world yesterday. So he's out. Adam's in NOLA. We got Gaby talking Cubs. We're talking about odds, statistical anomalies, lots of them in the last week. Kentucky Derby. Forte gets scratched, the favorite. Who wins? Mage at a 15-1.
Yeah.
Now, I know we talked about this, not real big into sports gambling and horse gambling, but listen to this. $2 bet, exacta bet, would have paid you $330. Always good to have a 15-1 come in first place on exactas. Trifectas, 50-cent bet, paid $491, Gaby.
Wow.
Cash in those down payments.
Yeah.
But then you brought up some really sad news about the Kentucky Derby here.
Yeah, I read that 7 horses died leading up to the Kentucky Derby. It's so sad.
7 horses. And I think we're going to do some investigating in that because that's, 1, the most amount of horses that have ever died in a week leading up to Kentucky Derby. 2, the dog food places are probably pretty happy, but a little sick joke on that.
Or the glue factories, which
yeah, I mean,
one of the two.
Most of them seem like some really sporadic injuries, some broken legs, broken knee. Never a good thing for a horse. One of them had a broken neck, but yeah, again, statistical anomalies. Your favorite gets scratched. A 15-1 wins. Everyone gets paid. Worked out all right for everybody. Yeah. Interestingly enough, though, so Forte, the favorite for the Kentucky Derby, may not be eligible for the Preakness now. Waiting for a ruling on that. So you could have the best horse of this, racing season, not race in the first 2 big races. Interesting enough.
Yeah.
On to other statistical anomalies. The Blackhawks somehow, with 11.5% chance to win the draft lottery here, they get the number 1 pick for next year or this coming year. I don't know if you're a Blackhawks fan or not. Maybe.
I mean,
a little bit
here and there.
So last week we made some off-color jokes about a Canadian golfer, and now we're really happy to celebrate a 17-year-old Canadian coming to play hockey in Chicago. So we'll probably not continue with the off-color jokes, but we will cross our fingers that Connor Bedard does get drafted by the Hawks and signs an offer and plays with us. Want to talk about moneymakers, though. Blackhawks sell $2.5 million worth of season tickets in the first 30 minutes after getting the number 1 draft.
Is that more than they've had in the last couple of years?
Yeah, they had 500 new full season ticket holders. There used to be a waiting list that was 4 years long, and now you pretty much call them up and sign right up.
Oh, wow.
So 500 new season ticket holders. But let's talk about the cost to go to a game, right? So you still got, it's probably $105 for the cheapest ticket.
Easily.
$12 per Bud Light.
Mm-hmm.
$38 to park.
Yeah.
So you factor in 4 Bud Lights, a cheeseburger, maybe 2 cheeseburgers. Yeah, it's still going to cost you like $400, $500 to go to
Easily.
To spend a January dark afternoon driving downtown. No thanks.
No thanks. I'm not about it.
Yeah. What else do we got? We got a little NBA action, some little fan player interaction. Actually, owner, oddly enough, player interaction with Jokic shoving the Suns owner, Matt Ishba, who coincidentally owns a rival mortgage company. So we're going to be big Denver Nugget fans throughout the rest of the playoffs here because we love a good shove.
Yeah.
And then, on to you. The Cubs.
The Cubs.
The queen of the Cubs here, Gaby, with 1B. What do we got going on? You guys are 3.5 games back right now.
Yep, we just called up Mervis, and he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's your number 1 prospect, right?
Yeah.
First baseman. Hits the ball pretty well. Is he going to help you guys turn the season around?
I'm hoping so.
Well, so you got Kyle Hendricks.
We got Hendricks coming back.
The professor, right?
Yeah, the professor. I haven't been keeping up with like how his start went in AAA, but I mean, I think we need him. I think once he's back on the mound,
You need some 91-mile-an-hour fastballs, good control.
hopefully he can still throw it like that.
Well, yeah, I guess
We'll
80,
see.
84, 85 might not work.
No, but we'll see.
You guys just had a little emotional comeback here.
With Contreras.
Yep.
Yeah, I was okay. I was sad to see him go, but I mean, he didn't get paid. But now the Cardinals have him DHing. So it's an interesting little turn for him.
You guys like to see him in the division, but kind of suffering a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a very.
I mean, I wasn't about like booing him when he like came up to the plate. I mean,
were you at the game?
No. It's really hard for me to back the Cubs right now with like the amount that it costs to go to a game.
All right, so tell me about the cost of a Cubs game now, because I haven't been to a Cubs game probably in 5 years.
I mean, so I've yet to go to one this season. I told myself I was going to really stick it out for the long haul to see how long, because to pay $13 for a Budweiser is just not the game I like to play.
Oh, you're a Budweiser girl, not an old style girl?
I'm a Budweiser. If I'm at Wrigley, I'm a Budweiser kind of gal. Off the tat, but if I'm like at the bar, yeah, sure, Bud Light.
That's better than old style?
Yeah, no. I'm not a huge old style.
All right, so you got $13 a beer.
$13 a beer.
Impossible to park, so you're taking the train. How are you getting there?
Well, I used to take the train, but I live in the suburbs, so the train ride back is every single stop. So I just told myself, I'm not going to drink at the games. We'll just drive. Started driving. That's way easier. Spot
hero for parking, or you just
No, right outside the field. There's like that, like kitty corner. There's like that little spot, and you park for $15. You're in and out, and you're home in 30 minutes.
So it's $15 to park there. It's $40 to park at the United Center, and it's probably $35 to $40 to park at Guaranteed Rate Field. So you found. Don't tell anyone where this $15 spots.
No, yeah, I'm not telling anybody.
Ruined. All 8 of our listeners will start parking there.
My name's literally there. It's my parking spot. You guys cannot have it. Sorry.
All right. So then ticket prices, Cubs game.
So I'm a bleachers. I like to sit in the bleachers. I'm a heckler. I like to heckle the outfielders through and through. Left field is where I sit. Right field sucks is my favorite chant. So, I mean, you're easily, $60 on a good game for the bleachers.
All right.
But then you add to that, you have, if 2 people are going.
So and $1.20, $13 to park, $15 to park. So $135. How many Budweisers?
If I'm taking the train, there's a decent amount of Budweiser, man. I'm definitely contributing to this Cup Snakes.
All right. So you're one of the participants there.
Oh, yeah, I'm for sure. I'm a full believer that children do not belong in
the Wrigley Field bleachers?
Not in the bleachers.
All right. So left field bleachers better than right field bleachers.
Yeah.
Why?
Sure. I don't know. I've always sat in left field ever since I was younger. Always sat left field. I don't know. There's something about left field that I really enjoy. Like,
all right. Where else have you sat at Wrigley?
Honestly, pretty much everywhere. I don't think there's a bad seat in the house.
Except for the ones behind all the pillars.
Yeah, besides the pillars.
The obstructed view ones, because we built the stadium in like 1920 or 1910, whenever it got built.
I really like the bleachers.
Have you done a rooftop?
I have done a rooftop.
Yay, nay?
I'm for them. It's not, if you get one of the good rooftops, you're getting food and your drinks included with your ticket. It's not bad. Sometimes I feel like it's a little cheaper than like going into the stadium.
All right. I dig. How about a rooftop for a concert at Wrigley? Have you done that?
I haven't.
I'm curious on the sound.
I'm curious on the sound. I'm a little bit of a concert snob.
All right.
If Wrigley, the best spot, and I'll tell you guys, the best spot, if you're going to go to a concert, just buy the nosebleeds and just walk straight in, because they don't sell those seats like behind home plate and nobody kicks you out.
So we're breaking some rules.
Yeah.
All right.
A little bit of a rule breaker.
So a concert snob, what concerts have you seen at Wrigley?
I've seen Pearl Jam.
All right. We talked about that one, right?
I've seen Dead & Company a couple times. We're going to see him again this summer.
Last tour for him, right?
Yeah. The last tour. I like John Mayer. I'm a huge John Mayer fan. I think he brings some kind of twang to the guitar. I like it. I enjoy it. I think he brings Jerry. I think he does Jerry like justice.
All right.
I've seen Foo Fighters at Wrigley. That was really cool to see. That's it so far. I just don't think the acoustics are all that great at Wrigley sometimes. Like,
curfew sucks.
Yeah.
You got Alderman Tom Tunney just shutting it down real fast. Were you at the Pearl Jam rain show where then they played until 2 a.m?
No, I was not.
Oh, you should have been at that one. That's a pretty solid one. But
I
the one I think we
probably
talked about it. You were at the one where Ernie Banks came out and played catch with the or whatever. Eddie gave him the glove.
I'm literally getting chills thinking about it because the Cubs were like on a good run and they were really killing. So to see Ernie come out and do that was so cool.
Were you at that's the same one Dennis Rodman came out at?
Yeah. And I was like, I remember walking up and I was like, oh my God, it's the Worm. What is he doing out on stage?
That's I'd say Pearl Jam was probably my second favorite show there. Dave Matthews, they did a tour closer there for 2 nights in September. I don't even know, 2010, 2011. Pretty solid. I think who else is coming there this year? Morgan Wallen, Whalen.
Yeah, I heard he just rescheduled like 6 weeks worth of shows or something.
So you got some problems.
Yeah.
I don't know. I happened to maybe see some stuff on social media.
I saw that this morning. I was like, ooh, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Who else? We had Billy Joel. I didn't see him there though.
I haven't seen him there. Jonas Brothers. If anybody likes the Jonas Brothers, they're coming to Wrigley. I think. Oh no, Lady Gaga isn't going this year.
All right.
Yeah, some decent shows there.
Foo Fighters, a terrific show there.
Oh my God, they were incredible.
Did you happen to get into the little sneak show at the Cubby Bear prior to?
I did not.
All right.
Did you?
Can't confirm or deny. It's a secret show.
Oh, well,
I might know some people.
Secrets are no fun unless they're shared with everyone.
Oh, may or may not have a picture or two from it.
Oh, that's amazing.
But all right, so we talked about Wrigley as a concert venue. Talked about where to sit. You love left field bleachers. How long have you been a Cubs fan?
As long as I can remember. I don't know how I can tell you I think how I became a Cubs fan.
Let's hear it.
So growing up, I didn't have older brothers. I had older cousins who would babysit me while my parents were at work in the summer. So they had baseball games. So they'd force me to go over there and they would force me to play catch. And then they were like, well, you're a Cubs fan because we're a Cubs. So I think I don't know how else. I think
it's a very Chicago family. They have baseball. I grew up a White Sox fan just because my family was White Sox fans.
So I think you just grow into it. But then I think the fandom really hit when I started really learning players. My all-time favorite player is Aramis Ramirez. He's one of my favorites.
All right.
So that team was really fun for me.
A really big disappointment, that team too.
Yeah. The Cubs I think are just always a disappointment.
The lovable losers.
Yeah, the lovable losers. Still love them even when they suck.
All right, so tell me about the World Series then. You obviously probably an emotional thing for you a little bit.
It was really, really cool to see. I think seeing the old people that were we waited so long. I think that was really cool. All the older people that really felt connected to it. I got to go the year before in 2015 to the first playoff game the Cubs played. And that was awesome. But they lost. And it was a little taste of what was to come. So they didn't think they were going to make the playoffs that year, right? And then all of a sudden they're in the playoffs, and next thing you know, the year after they won the World Series. It was just that World Series team, you can never rebuild. I don't think you'll ever be able to rebuild that. They had the best core of having fun. And when you have fun, you produce.
Yeah, they were all right. The 2005 White Sox were pretty fun too. We got Scott Posednik, Paul Konerko.
Yeah.
So you had what? You got Rossi, Jason Hayward, Dexter Fowler.
Which that within itself, Dexter Fowler to me was so cool when he came back during spring training. That was really cool.
He's a good dude.
He's still working for the Cubs. He's on Marquee now, I think.
Yeah. You guys don't like to make it easy to watch baseball games, apparently.
Tell me about it.
So you're not a big fan of the Marquee Network?
I'm not a fan of it.
Write a message to the Ricketts family.
I could write so many letters to the Ricketts family. My future dog is going to be named after Theo Epstein. His name is Theo Pupstein. Don't steal it, anyone.
Don't worry, we don't have anyone that listens to this thing anyway, so you'll be okay. All right, so in spirit with the Sports and Real Estate Show, the Rusty Putter, we got to talk about dive bars. So we've done plenty of loans around the Wrigleyville area, Lakeview area. give us your top 3, top 4. If you're going to a night game, a Saturday night game, so probably a 6:05 first pitch. You're probably getting downtown, what, noon, 1?
If I'm going on a night game, I'm getting down there at least like 12, 1 o'clock.
All right. First stop.
First stop is Sports Corner because it's right off the train.
All right.
Have a couple beers there. Then make it like your way over to Murphy's.
Okay.
But then you need a little bit of food before you go in. So you got to go to Brick House.
All right.
Because their nachos are bomb.com.
You don't get those tacos under the L?
No.
All right. I do.
Maybe like
After the game?
After the game, for sure.
All right. So we hit Murphy's, Sports Corner, Brick House.
I like Old Crow for breakfast.
So if you got a 1:05 first pitch, you're going there for a little breakfast brunch action.
You're getting down there 10 a.m., having some pancakes with a side of moonshine from Old Crow.
Hey, we don't judge it. Trust me, it happens.
The spicy jalapeno margarita is so good.
I agree on that one. I was telling you about my experience at Old Crow before, seeing Eddie Vedder and Eddie Belfour,
so
the two Eddies, Eddie the Eagle, just randomly karaokeing, not remembering any of it, having to check my phone later to see that really happened in front of me. All right, so Old Crow, you do any of the basics like sluggers?
I like sluggers, but I feel like it's just so crowded.
Have you ever gone to the batting cages after like 12 beers?
I have.
Did you make contact?
I made contact, but not great contact. It was definitely a fall tip for sure.
All right, what else we got? We got Casey Moran's, Barleycorn. Barleycorn even there anymore?
I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, they've got like Rizzo's, a couple like.
Well, they've redone everything outside of the park now, right?
Yeah,
so
everything's.
It's all owned by the Ricketts family.
Yeah, they have like the little sports book, I think, going up.
Oh yeah, you can put your bets in, hang out, a little air conditioning. But probably both agree, Cubby Bear have to do it if you've never been to Wrigley.
Always a must.
You get if you're a Foo Fighters fan, you might learn a little bit about Dave Grohl and how that pushed him into his musical stuff.
If in his book he has like a whole chapter about like how he started, and there's like a couple pages dedicated to the Cubby Bear. Like it's so cool, like how that's
seeing that, like it's right there, and it's kitty corner right from Wrigley.
Yeah,
it's a wild thing.
Really cool.
All right, Gabby, what else we got?
Why
we didn't talk about you work for the Hague Insurance Agency?
I work for Adam.
How long you worked there?
I'm going on 7 years. Actually, my first day starting was the day after, like the Monday after the Cubs World Series. That's how I'll always.
Yeah, started on a high.
Yeah,
right, I like that.
Started on a good note.
All right, so you've been 7 years from Chicagoland area.
Yep.
Born and raised. Any other fun stuff? Non-Cubs related?
I just picked up golf.
All right. Probably with a good crew for some golf action.
Yeah, it's a good crew.
You got a little fart machine you like, right?
Oh, I do have a fart machine.
Real big on pranks.
I'm big on pranks. I love a good bit. So if anybody needs any good bits, I'm your girl. Sign me up. I'll commit all day long.
All right. Anything else?
Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours always.
And anyone wants to get in touch with you guys at the Hague Insurance Agency?
Call me. Rates are changing.
Why is that?
Well, inflation. I know that everybody's tired of hearing about it, but inflation is still knocking at our doors, unfortunately. So I know that sometimes it's a pain to shop your rates, but it's important to make sure that you're not leaving any money on the table, especially in today's times.
And they can get you guys at the Hague Insurance Agency at
708-279-7600 or 219-627-5145.
Perfect. You guys get hometown lenders, www.applywithjr.com, or you just call me on my cell phone. Same number, same hood. There's some type of song. 630-284-9729. That's it from the Rusty Punter. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, might have a full crew. Maybe we don't. Maybe Gabby's a permanent fixture on the show.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens with the Cubs the next week.
Watch out, Adam. Bye.